How's everyone doing today? Sam Schmitz here at Truck Center Companies at our new building in Mankato, Minnesota. If you haven't been by, come check it out. Today I'm going to show you this beautiful 2022 5700 Western Star. This has got the 68-inch high roof sleeper, as Western Star calls it. Most people would consider it a mid roof. And Western Star, you either get flat top, high roof, or ultra high roof, for anyone who's not as familiar with it. So as you can see, I'll try to focus up in the roof cap here, that it does not go all the way to the top of that roof cap. So just like a mid roof, for anyone who's less familiar. Frame is paint matched, metallic blue. She's pretty. And then for power, got the Detroit DD15. All these 5700s, excuse me, have either the DD15 or the DD16, anything newer. So, and then it's got a 10-speed manual. If anyone out there still likes shifting gears, this one's got your 10-speed manual Eaton Fuller. And for the, as these axle ratios are getting faster and faster, this one is a bit conservative with 323 rears yet. You don't see it too often, but with the overdrive 10-speed manual, it should do pretty well on both, well, including startability, speedability, and fuel economy. So this one should do just fine. Showing like 6.9 right now on the trip. I don't know how far back that goes, but 6.9. We bobtailed it up here from Waterloo, so those are the most recent miles. So DD15, 505 horse, 1650 torque, turning 323 rear end through a 10-speed overdrive Eaton Fuller manual. 13,300 pound steer axle we'll focus on. Aluminum rims, 22.5 with low pro Michelin virgins. Disc brakes front and back. Move to the drives here. 40,000 pounds as expected. Airliner suspension, all aluminums back here. 22.5 low pro. As you can see, these outside tires don't match the insides, but the insides match all of the passenger side tires. So a couple of these were replaced. I'm not sure why. They're an open shoulder and a closed shoulder, but they're both Michelin, so good rubber on this thing. They must have had a blowout because tread's pretty darn good on these yet. Stationary fifth wheel on this one. And then it's got the suspension dump in the dash. It's got the load gauge in the dash and the A panel. And then it does have, you see the airline run into it. It's stationary, but it's got a kingpin release valve in the dash, which is pretty handy. Two 120-gallon fuel tanks. We'll zoom in here if we can. 120 gallons. And a 23-gallon depth tank, which you can get to right there, along with the battery box. Pretty easy to get to. It started right up today. It's been sitting for, I'd say, 2 weeks. And started right up, and it still had 60 pounds of air in it too. So 2022, you'd expect it, but it's a nice looking truck too. All LED lights with a nice touch of chrome on the grille, bumper accent, hood vent, and the polished battery box access or kick plate. And this truck's got shore power plug in right there underneath the sleeper. And what else can we talk up here? Only real paint issues I see on this thing. Disclosure right there at the bottom of the bumper, a little scuffy, but no cracks, chips, nothing like that. Go around it one more time. LED headlights, LED clearance lights on the visor, LED turn signals on the mirror, LED signals behind the hood there. Lightweight quarter fenders, aluminum deck plate, two LED utility lights there on the back, stainless mud flap hangers, and again that painted frame and differentials. It all looks good in there too. So You don't have to worry about trying to find this exact blue rattle can and touch it all up. It's good to go. Take a look at the inside, I suppose, huh? You're gonna have a large baggage door here. This all opens up, and then a lower baggage door here. And there's your shore power unit. The inverter, must have been the previous owner removed it. You can see it was right here. And then there's your lines. So if you want, we can hook one up. So let's go take a look inside this thing once. It's got the nice black, straight black interior. Usually they got black and gray or some other colors. This is sharp when it's all black. The wood grain dash, door panels, chrome door latches. Looks great. Tilt and telescopic steering. Air ride driver's seat with heat. As you can see, the fire extinguisher. We've got this thing DOT'd. We can get your name on the paperwork. And you're going down the road, totally legal. Squirt some WD-40 in that door before then. We got power locks, power windows, and over here up top we got the power mirrors. CB radio, AM, FM, XM, weather band, USB, auxiliary, CD, and then Bluetooth, of course. Overhead storage cubbies, driver and passenger, and then a locking vault up here. Excellent visibility in these, especially with that blind spot hood mirror up there. Nifty. So let's start it up and keep blabbing because it's nice and quiet in here when these things are running. So you got the full hands-free controls on the steering wheel. As you can see, it's leather wrapped, super comfortable. Here's your suspension dump, power divider, sleeper lights. I got them on right now so we can see back there. Deep mud and snow mode, that's for if it essentially is just disables your traction control so you can get out of a slick spot if you need to. Shut down override. We can clear any of those idle timers or speed parameters here before you take off with it, being a Freightliner Western Star dealer. And then headlight switches, and this is that to uncouple your trailer kingpin release valve, kind of handy on the colder days. And then it's got the privacy curtains here along with the standard sleeper partition up there. Passenger seat is stationary, but it's nice leather wrapped. Got a 12 volt outlet up here, 12 volt outlet down here. Johnny bar. And we got a couple spots here where we got 110 outlets down there. There's two 110 outlets in there, and that's because this here is a microwave shelf. You can strap it down above it, keep some food, whatever you got, and up higher you can also keep some more stuff, and it's not going to roll out because it's actually pretty deep and it's netted there. Opposite side, thing people love about these Western Stars is the refrigerator. Then we got the pull-out surface, or I'm sorry, this is the document storage as I call it. You can just slide whatever in there that you want, paperwork. Here's our cutting board, writing surface, eating surface, whatever you got to do in here. Deep drawers, you got two of those. There we go. And again over here we got the storage up top also. Reading light. Swivel it however you want it. We'll shut her down. Got the overhead windows, which are super convenient. And on this one, being as it's a single bunk, not a double bunk, they opted for the overhead cabinets on the back wall, which is super nice, extra space. These windows here are tilting and they're screened. Obviously, you can get some fresh air in if you want. We've got all of the damn flaps, and they've got all the snaps and they all work. So that's all good. If you happen to find one that's not good, we'll fix it. But I just checked them all and they're good. Flat panel TV mount from the factory, solid. As you swivel it back, it won't go anywhere, so it will not break your window there, your big window. You have to pull this rope in order to be able to swivel it. So right now it's locked in, which is good. Again, tilting and screened over here. Down below, you've got your large sleeper door. I'm not going to open it, but that's the large baggage door there. And then this thing has a super nice bunk heater in it. I'm not even sure, to be honest with you, what really brand it is or anything, but it's got that big control module. And then you've got your radio speaker volume. You can control from back here, a 12-volt outlet right there. AC for your auxiliary unit for the sleeper. Sleeper lights, and then the fridge you can turn on or off there. So all in all, get a shot from up here. That's the truck. Super nice truck, super clean. Last year that they made these 5700s, then they go to the 57Xs, and well, they're not any cheaper. There we go. Get that open. And there's your bunk heater unit, and I believe it also does air conditioning, but I'm gonna do a little bit of research on this before one of you guys call me about it, and I'll have an answer. But it does need that inverter, like I said. It'll need an inverter put in there. I know most guys got one, but just to be clear, the cables are run right to it, so you're not gonna have to run battery cables or anything like that to it. They go to it, we just gotta hook it up. And we'll get a new mattress in here, of course, too. Whoever buys it is gonna need it too to hold that bed down, I guess. But other than that, good to go. Give me a call. My cell number is 507-384-1482. And again, this is Sam Schmitz at Truck Center Companies in Mankato, Minnesota. So if this is something you think you'd like, give me a shout. We can work out a deal. Right now, listed at $89.9. Just came down a little bit, so we'll see if that motivates people. But it's here, it's ready, it's DOT'd, it's serviced, it's all good to go. So give me a shout, 507-384-1482. Thank you. One last thing I'd be crazy not to mention here. They're doing a little bit more research. Slide this deck plate back, 4 additional batteries in here. Now those are gonna run up. And what those do is they actually power this deal here, which is essentially operates like Freightliner's Park Smart system. You've got heater, air conditioning. Off that, it's going to utilize those extra batteries, and if you have the key turned in the right direction for the off-idle, as those batteries trickle down, the engine's going to start on its own. And what we've got here is your auxiliary HVAC unit. You can run air conditioning off this, and then down in here, as you can see, S-bar bunk heater right there. So no APU on this one because it doesn't need one. That'll do everything you need right there. And this guy is going to work with those 4 auxiliary batteries in the frame rail battery box. So you're going to stay comfortable in here. It's a nice setup.